Greetings, everyone. This is me, Payman Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach, coming to you for day 2. It's Wednesday morning here, 8:05. For you guys in North America, it's Tuesday night. And for those of you, and for example, Australia, New Zealand, what time is it for you, Jacob?
2 p.m.
Wow,
on Wednesday.
awesome. And what about you, DG? What time is it for you?
It's just 2 a.m.
Just 2 a.m. Still too early. I know. Huh? You're amazing, brother. You're amazing. How do you do that? When do you sleep? You sleep just like the lions with just one eye?
Yeah, close.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm super happy to have you guys here. Yesterday was an amazing one. Once again, thank you everyone that made it. Quite a few people today couldn't make it. They had some other calls and family issues, but you have the recordings. And wow, yesterday after the call, I watched the recording and I couldn't believe it. I was glowing, I was buzzing all day long. So thank you guys. You guys made me feel extra special. And yeah, let's do it again. And I'm excited. First of all, before we start, any questions from day one? Or any comments, any suggestions, any compliments, anything? Yes, Karen.
I have a question. Where can I find the recording from last night? Because I was not able to make it.
All right. I will. Are you in the Facebook group?
Anybody else?
Okay, I will send you the link right after. Well, let me send it to you after this call, and also I will send you the website. Well, I create a special website where I will put all the content, all the videos, all the slides to make it much more easier to find them as opposed to scrambling on the Facebook page, which can be a bit tedious at times. So I'll send all of that to you right
Thank
after this. You're very welcome, and thank you for making here. Everybody was here from yesterday. The 2 new people from that were not here yesterday, Dale and Karen. So what we did yesterday was an amazing call over 2.5 hours. The first hour was just people introducing himself because there were so many people. So highly recommend Karen and Dale to watch those to really get to know the wonderful people in this community, in this group. And give us, Karen and Dale, a quick intro of you, like what's your name, where you're from, what do you do, and what do you want to achieve to this program. So let's hear you.
Would you like me to start?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Karen Sam, and I'm a board certified health and wellness coach. And I work with women to avoid or reverse chronic illness like diabetes or prediabetes, heart disease, that type of thing. And I am hoping to start a podcast very soon. And I know absolutely nothing about doing a podcast, but I just know that I need to get my message out more. And that's why I'm here. And I'm in Ringo's, New Jersey, which is someplace nobody's ever heard of probably, but it's not too far from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I'm on the western side of New Jersey. I'm not on the side that they make fun of. I'm on the nice side.
Okay, that's good. You're in the right place and at the right time. And you definitely need to connect with Louisa because what you're doing is also what she's doing, which is helping women with, well, not just women, people with diabetes, type 2 diabetes. So definitely you guys need to connect. Let's see. Thank you for being here. Dale, brother.
Hey, I'm Dale. I am a spiritual and financial life coach based here out of Toronto, Canada. Um, my main niche is helping young entrepreneurs, especially young men, millennial men. They are entrepreneurial, they're heart-centered, but instead of focusing on their business coaching, which I think there's lots of great, lovely business coaches out there, I like to focus on the inner game, on getting out their whys and their purpose and figuring out how it all aligns with the rest of their business actions.
Beautiful, beautiful. So type in the chat note, in the chat, 1, if you don't have a podcast, 2, if you do have a podcast already, and 3, if you have a podcast but want to take it to the next level. So just type 1 for no podcast, type 2 for you already have a podcast, and type 3, you have a podcast, want to take it to the next level. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's hear any questions or anything from that you want to say about yesterday. Any questions, any comment, anything before we start for day 2? Hi, my brother. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Payman. Yes, I enjoyed the class so much yesterday and meeting new members here. And you know what? The funniest thing is that after we finished the class, made some great contact with other people. So we make new friends now, and looking forward to talk to them. Maybe tomorrow with Elvira and other people that we connected with. So just happy to be here. This is a safe space, and I feel that I can accomplish a lot more here in this group and to launch my podcast soon. So I'm very excited, looking forward to that. So thank you.
You're very welcome. Pleasure's all mine, brother. It's always an honor, a pleasure to have you in my world. You're an inspiration. Love what you're doing and love your energy, your passion. And also you're a wonderful friend. So always welcome, brother. Mi casa es tu casa, as they say, always, wherever in the world, So thank you. Anyone else? Any comments? Any questions? Anything from yesterday? How did you guys like yesterday? Oh, no worries, Todd. I'll send you the replay after. Okay, then in that case, let's get going. All right, let me find my slides. Okay.
Yesterday was amazing. And my brother, you are rocking it. And I thank all the people who see what I see in you.
Thank
Because
you.
you are a person of integrity, a good professional. And what also the misconception that there are a lot of podcasts. So the market is open. So there are plenty of opportunities.
Oh,
So this is the big takeaway from yesterday.
absolutely. Thank you for the kind words. Deeply appreciate it. And yes, absolutely right. Even though podcasting is booming like crazy, and yes, there's so many podcasts out there, but there's always room for you and me and all of us, because there's only one of you, one of me, and the world needs our message. And this is why we are here. The fact you made it this far in life is to share your gifts with the world. And podcasting, from my personal experience, is the best way to do so, because it completely changed my life, transformed it, as I went over that yesterday. So yes, definitely at the right time, at the right place, and I'm so excited. All right, let's get going. So day 2 today marks, first of all, I created a Facebook group. We have all the questions. I post all the content, the replay, the updates, the links, but also I create a website where I also post the replays, the slides, and all that. Raise your hand if you guys seen the website so far, because this is where I will put all the information to make it very easy for you guys to get access to all the information day by day. Because on Facebook pages, they can get a bit lost among all the messages. All right. Anyone has went to the website so far? No? Okay. So I'll put the link on the inside the Facebook group, and I'll share it here as well. Give me 1 second. Where is it? The website should be this one. Here. For day 1, I'll share the link here in the chat, and also inside. I will create later today a messenger group for us. So mark this website, this link, because it's going to be the easiest place for you guys to get all the. Are you guys seeing my screen with the website here? So this is where I see the the information from the replay from yesterday. What you learn. Here you click here, you get the slides for day 1, and then you click here, you get proceed to day 2, and so on and so forth. Much easier for you. I will put the video for day 2 later tonight, and so on and so forth, to make it very easy for you guys to get access to everything. All right, now let's get going back to here. Okay. At any time, any question, feel free to, let me see, any message, any last minute people. Okay. All right, let's get going. So today we're going to cover about, whoops. Where is this? Okay, we're going to cover about the benefits of podcasting, how podcasting can be incredibly powerful for businesses, entrepreneurs, and coaches, authors, and even professionals, especially professionals. And going to go over the benefits of podcasting for you personally, benefit of podcasting for your business, and so on and so forth. First of all, the agenda for today, as I said, we already did the introduction, a quick Q&A from day one, and I'm going to go over the content for today, which is once again the benefit of podcasting for both your business, for yourself, and some amazing benefits later on about podcasting that I will share with you guys as well. All right, so we already went to that. So first of all, podcasting is incredibly powerful for businesses because it is your own platform. It allows you to, it's one thing to go on other podcasts that gives you a temporary short boost, but nothing beats having your own podcast, your own platform, because again, it's your own platform. It allows you to share your story in a very unique way with your own personality, with your own sauce, character, and all that. And also it allows you to display your expertise in the process, because once you keep going and consistently releasing episode after episode, that's a testament of your expertise, and that's phenomenal for you to really position yourself as an expert, as a leader, and as an authority in your niche. And also by you sharing your story and displaying your expertise, it allows you to give an opportunity for your audience to get to know you, and vice versa, for you to get to know your audience, because they will be very, very responsive with you. Again, it's not about the numbers. I don't look at the numbers. For me, I look at the connection with people. As you guys know, my podcast is still numbers wise still very small. If you go on my YouTube channel, I have 1,331 subscribers. I don't look at that. But what I do look at is the connection, the rapport, the trust I have with people, like for example, with you and everyone else. And this is, for me, this is what business is about a nurturing, it's a relationship nurturing process, because we do business with people we like, trust, and relate with. And this is why podcasting, by you sharing your story, displaying your expertise, giving an opportunity for your audience to really get to know you and for you to get to know them, this is where the magic happens. And as a result of that, once you do all of that, you will be able to build, to have an unmatched intimate connection with the audience. Because again, when someone listens, and I'm going to go over that in a moment, when someone listens to your podcast, it's for a reason. It's because they, of course, they're interested in the topic, but most importantly, they like you. And I'm going to go over that in a moment. And when you do all of that, of course, you'll be building a trust, rapport, and a lasting connection with the exact ideal audience, which will be your listeners, your prospects, and eventually your clients. And when you do business that way, this is a very fun way to do business, because your clients are not just clients, they become friends, as is the case for me and you guys, and all that. So it's a fun way. For me, this is the best way to do business. All right, more people are coming in. Welcome to the newcomers. Welcome. We just started. We're covering the how podcasting is so powerful for businesses. As I said, it allows you, it's basically your own platform to share your story, display your expertise, and have you get your audience to really get to know you, so that you can build that connection, the trust, the rapport to make business a natural, automatic, organic progression, as opposed to you having to pitch, to sell, to convince, as I like to say, in a cheesy way, to seduce or kidnap someone to do business with you. No need for that, and no one wants to be sold or pitched. So yeah. And again, as I mentioned that regularly, business is not a numbers game. Sure, numbers matter, but ultimately it's a relationship nurturing process. We do business with people we connect, relate, and trust. And podcasting, from my personal experience and the experience of my dozens and dozens of alumni and students of my academy, they have the same experience. But because again, it allows you to build that fundamental trust, rapport, and connection with not just random people, but to the exact ideal audience, prospects, clients, and so on and so forth. Because again, it's all about the trust, the rapport. If you can relate with you, if you can connect with you, and that's what podcasting is fantastic for that. Now, let's take a look at some other aspects of podcasting, why podcasting is so powerful and is the best way to connect with the exact ideal audience, prospects, and clients. As I mentioned earlier, when someone listens to your podcast, it's for three main reasons. First of all, sure, they're interested in your topic, but more importantly is because they can relate with you, they can resonate with your message, they can identify with you personally, your message, your story, and they see you as one of their own. And most importantly is because they like you. They like your personality, your sense of humor, your vision, your values, everything you stand up for and stand for. Because otherwise, in today's hyper busy and competitive world, nobody's going to listen to you if they cannot relate with you, cannot connect with you, and if they cannot identify with you and your message. So this is why it's very important. Podcasting is incredibly powerful for that. And we're going to cover it later today and tomorrow, how to make sure that your message is very laser focused and really magnetic to your exact ideal audience. Let me check the messages. Yes, Vera, I will be, there will be a replay. Please connect with me on Facebook. I'll add you on the Facebook group and also on the website. I share the website in the chat and I will share it with you as well, where I post all the content, the slides, and everything. You're very welcome. Any question, anytime, please raise your hand and yeah, let's get going. All right, any questions so far, guys? Once, twice, thrice. Let's get going. All right. Now, we both know it, that the most valuable currency in the world of business, especially nowadays, even more so than ever, it's attention. And again, what is the average attention span of the average adult is, I thought it was 7 seconds, but now it's been reduced to even 3 seconds. So good luck, you know, competing with that. Back in the, not long ago, back in the late 90s, early 2000, it used to be almost 9 minutes. What happened in the process? What happened? What the hell happened? You know, it's a great question. That could be an entire study needs to be done on that. But anyways, attention is the most important and valuable currency in the world. And and that applies to podcasts in a phenomenal way, because again, when someone listens to the radio or TV, it's usually loud and there's a lot of distraction around them. But when someone listens to your podcast, it's just you and the earbuds, no other distractions. Sure, they might be doing the dishes, cooking, going for a walk, driving, or whatever, working, but there's no other distraction. It's you and them in the earbud. And as a result of that, you get a full, undivided, unmatched, intimate attention that no other medium, no other platforms allows you to get access to. Not even $1 billion ad spent during the Super Bowl would get you to that. No, because again, podcasting is right in the earbuds of the person that you're trying to communicate and connect with. So that's why podcasting is incredible for not only sharing your story, first of all, building your own platform, sharing your story, displaying your expertise, building that trust, but also attracting and keeping that invaluable attention with your exact ideal prospect. Again, you don't need a billion people to listen to you. You only need the right people. Again, as a result of that, I've been able to get over 80 high-ticket clients with a YouTube channel of less than 200 subscribers, because it's not about the numbers. It's about the connection, the trust, the rapport. And that's why when done properly, podcasting is incredibly powerful and even transformational, as it's been for me and my students. All right. Now, let's take a look at who's podcasting for. We all heard the story, the saying that says, facts tell, stories sell. You know, stories is the cornerstone of human civilization. We've been sharing stories, teaching lessons, doing everything, learning through stories. You know, any business, both online and offline, will benefit from a podcast, because each client, each customer, each person, each deal, each trade, each product, each launch, each book, each course, whatever you do, each interaction, each new progress, whatever you achieve in each milestone you achieve in your business or in your life, that's a story. And it's a story worth telling and sharing. And podcasting is the best way to do so. And podcasting is amazing for both, whether you're just starting your business or an established business. If you're just starting, it allows you to get some more visibility, to get the word out. If you're an established business, again, it reinforces, strengthen your position as a leader in the marketplace, and also allows your customer, your fan base, your audience to really get to know you, to set you apart, and not just be another faceless corporation, but to be someone, a person, a family, a human being. Because again, we do business with people that we connect, relate, and trust. Give an opportunity, allow your clients, your customer, your audience to know you as a person, man to man, woman to woman, because that's where the magic happens. And again, podcasting is the best way to do so. And again, everybody, as long as you're dealing with people, even more so if you're dealing with high ticket offers, whether you're a coach, author, publisher, professional, anything that deals with people, podcasting will definitely help you. And even more so if you have an offer of at least $1,000, because again, when you're selling high ticket, what makes a person buy you as whether they can relate with you, identify with you, they can resonate with the message, they can see themselves in you. And podcasting is the best way to achieve that. So again, for pretty much anyone, that's one of the only things that in life that applies to anyone, and that anyone can really benefit from. Any person, any man, woman that is doing business, whether online, offline, any industry, regardless, as long as you're dealing with people, podcasting will allow you to do that. Because again, it's all about stories. Facts tell and bore people, but instead share a story, share an interesting, funny, fun, inspiring, empowering, inspirational story. That's when the magic happens. Now, let's take a look at some of the benefits of how podcasting can help you personally. And these are from my own personal experience, and also from experiences of my students over the last 2.5 years. As I mentioned earlier, it allows you to share your story and document your journey in the process. If you go on my YouTube channel, you will see my journey. You will see my progress. If you look at my first few episodes, they were not the best, but it's okay. I leave them on purpose so people can see the progress. Again, it's a great way, phenomenal way to make friendships around the world. Like, look at all of us here. We connected to my podcast. If it wasn't for the podcast, we'd not be here talking or getting to know each other and eventually doing business with. Again, because podcasting is what has brought me and you and everyone together. Nowadays, I only do business with people that I met on my podcast. I get pitched. I get, like most of you guys, we get friend requests from Facebook every day. People trying to pitch you from the first message. I don't even entertain those. I say, you want to do business with me? Get to know me. And for me, the best way is on the podcast. Here's a big one. Podcasting gets you access to people you normally wouldn't. Let's say you want to talk to someone that you just saw on TV, a best-selling author or a top-class expert. If you try to connect with them, whether it's on LinkedIn or wherever, unless they know you, they will not even bother responding to you. But what if you say you either contact them either by calling them or email or DM, say, hey, my name is, for example, Dale. I do this and I love what you're doing. I would love to have you on my podcast. They would be much more willing to not only respond, but say when, because everybody wants to share their story, wants to get on your platform. Here's an important thing for all of you guys to understand. When you have your podcast, it doesn't matter how big it is. You have an incredible asset. You have your own platform. Everybody wants to get on the platform to share their business, whether they're just starting or whether they're a big time CEO. In the past 3 years of my podcast, over 220 episodes, every time I reach out to people, I only had 2 people say no for me inviting them on the podcast. One was because they were in the process of giving birth, and second, the process of moving. Other than that, and then we rescheduled after, no one has said no to me. Contrast that if I were to cold email, cold call, cold DM, I would not even get 1% of the people to even respond to me. So this is why podcasting is incredible. It gives you access to, for me, podcasting has been my own ongoing, like PhD in Harvard. I've been talking all day, every day for multiple times a day with incredible experts in all kinds of areas in life, learning about things I thought I knew, but most importantly, learning about things I didn't even know existed. So that's why podcasting gets you access to people that you normally wouldn't, because again, you have an invaluable asset. You have your own platform. This is something that you cannot, you should not, and you must not underestimate. It's invaluable. Again, it doesn't matter how small or big your podcast is, because again, my podcast numbers were still very small, but that hasn't stopped me from getting access to incredible people. I've a 99% yes rate and getting over 80 high-ticket client, again, because of this. Another very powerful thing, benefit of podcasting for yourself is it allows you to learn about yourself and get to know yourself. I can't tell you how many times after just listening to my own podcast that after recording before releasing them, I catch myself saying, wait a second, did I really say that? Where is that coming from? Sometimes when you talk on a podcast, it's almost as if the information gets channeled through me. I say things that I normally wouldn't even say in normal interaction, but through a podcast, they happen magically. And through that, I learned so much about myself, about and about who I am and what's really going on. Here's a biggie. You guys that were here yesterday, you remember that I used to be painfully shy, and podcasting allowed me to kill that. The people that knew me from before, when they see me now, say, wait a second, is that really you? What happened to you? I used to be like this. Hi, my name is Payman. I would be the proverbial wallflower in any event, but now I'm the complete opposite. I love going to events. When I was in Kuala Lumpur last year, I spent 6 months there. I would take any opportunity to go to all those meetup, networking events, and I was the most outgoing guy, again, because of podcasting. But this, for me, has been the #1 most transformational change that the podcast allowed me to do, the positive change. Because when you're shy, you're missing so many opportunities in life and anything, and life and friendships and business and dating, whatever you name it. Because what is the worst thing that the other person can say? It's a no. They're not going to kill you. But what if they say yes? That's when a new world opens up to you in every aspect. So this, for me, has been the single most transformational, life-changing benefit of podcasting, beyond the financials, is overcoming my shyness so I can fully become the person I'm meant to be. That has completely opened up the world to me. Another big one, it drastically improves your communication and listening skills. As a result of podcasting, I've become a much more efficient, effective communicator and listening. Before that, I used to interrupt people all the time. You know, one of the greatest, what's going to set you as being an average podcaster to an amazing one. You know, we all have podcasts that we listen to, but we always annoyed that the interviewer always keeps interrupting the person. Don't do that. Let the person finish. Become, not just listen, but hear the person, make them feel that they heard, and communicate in a way that you can really make them feel important, seen, and heard. And that's another amazing way of the podcasting benefits you personally. And again, after talking with over 320 incredible, inspiring, empowering people with truly goosebump inducing stories over the last 3 years, it has made me such a much more interesting person to talk to, because all these incredible experiences to draw from. And it's going to happen to you as well. And because of all of that, being able to listen and communicate in a more efficient, effective way, it's going to allow you to connect with a much deeper person, to anyone that you talk to, not just on the podcast, but even in your personal life, your family, your friend, your relationship, your business, in any way. Because again, communication is one of the most important cornerstone of life. And the more you can connect at a deeper level of people, the more magic happens. So that's something that is incredibly important. And of course, if you put all of this together, it makes you a more powerful, charismatic speaker, person, man, woman, and of course, leader at the end. And that's what we all strive to be. Last but definitely not least, podcasting is very fun. Otherwise, we'd not be able to do it. Would not want to do it. I love talking to people, learning, picking up their brains. You know, I just love that. For the past 3 years, I've been on Zoom calls pretty much nonstop all day. For me, I don't see it as a so-called job or a business. I see it as something I really enjoy. I don't even look at numbers. I am spending like 40 hours a week. I don't mind it because I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. And because of this, if you put all of this together, Podcasting allows you to find your voice, your passion, your purpose. If you remember from yesterday, I used to be directionless, jumping from one shiny object to the next. And then podcasting allowed me to find my voice, my purpose, my passion, my tribe, find my direction in life. And here I am today. No more chasing the latest shiny object. For me, it's all about helping, inspiring, and empowering people through podcasting by allowing them to identify their gifts, embracing them, and then sharing them with the world. This is ultimately my way of giving back, of making the world a better place, giving a space, making people comfortable to come, open up their hearts, and sharing their gifts, because we've all been blessed with phenomenal gifts. Any questions so far about these? Because this is a very important aspect of podcasting, because in life, it's not just about money. Sure, money is important, but there's much more important things than money. Because let's say you want to make $1 million. The ultimate reward is not the $1 million, but the person you become in the process. That is much, much more valuable than, that's something that nobody can take away from you. Yes, Vera.
And when you've done I've had my podcast going into its third year now. And so when you identify your episodes, do you indicate like season 1, and do you start season 3, and do you start with episode 1, or how do you do that? Do you continue on and on, or do you start season 3, episode 1, or is that what would you recommend?
That's a great question. And my answer would be, it really depends on what is your show about, what is the objective, the goal, the purpose of your podcast. What do you want to achieve through your podcast? Who's the person you're targeting? What is the number one pain point you're trying to solve through your podcast? So all of this will come into play and determine whether you want to do seasons or not. I don't do seasons, I just do episodes. So for example, I'm going to release today episode 314 or 15. And I've been doing it for 3 years. So again, some people do seasons. If your audience, the message, the gift, the wisdom you're sharing through your podcast, the pain point you're trying to solve through your podcast, and ultimately to your business, require you to have seasons, then by all means. That's a much deeper question. I would need to really understand your business and all that, your objective, to really give you a proper answer. But my answer would be, it really depends. Again, what is the purpose of your podcast? What is the gift, the wisdom you're sharing to your podcast? What is the number one pain point you're trying to solve to your podcast, and for who, for that you're doing that? So I would need to know all of that. I'd be happy to get on a call with you to help you clarify. Actually, we're going to do that tomorrow and on Thursday. So that's a great question. Thank you.
Okay.
Congratulations on having your podcast. That's amazing.
Thank you. I can't wait to talk to you more.
Let's do it.
And to be in here in this training. This is great.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the kind words. It means the world to me.
Thursday I'll be late, but anyway, I'm
No
here.
worries. You have the replays, and I'm always available inside the Facebook group, or if you want to get on a quick call with me, I'm happy to do so. All right. Any questions so far about especially the benefit of podcasting for you personally? Because that is absolutely fundamental for you to understand that. This is very powerful. Any question? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. All right, let's go. Next.
Payment.
Yes, go
Payment.
ahead.
I
Yes,
do,
Susan.
because I have to say that's where I know this is going to really make a big difference for me, because I am always blown away. I've always been blown away when people see me or see things in me. Like when you told me, you said, "Oh my God, do you know how much you light up when you talk about racing?" And I'm like, no, I know that I love it. I know it's my passion, but no. And it's always been amazing to me when people give me feedback like that, which has got to be what, that's got to be what this does, right? I mean, you're getting that instant.
Absolutely. One of the things I found out myself, and I'm pretty good at this, is identifying people's gifts, because all of us, myself included, no exception, we undervalue our gifts because they're nothing special for us. The second nature. Like, for example, you mentioned your passion about racing. That brings you to life. Or for example, I've talk to so many people. Let's say they worked for 30 years in accounting, or say in the medical field or whatever. And then they want to start a business about something completely unrelated. I say, why are you throwing that away? You have an intimate connection, intimate understanding of this industry. You understand that better than anyone. Tap into your already existing assets, your existing experiences and knowledges. Because again, for them, it's nothing special. It's second nature. We all do that. I've done that most of my life. And when you understand that whatever you do in life prepares you for what's to come, even though at the time you may not like it, enjoy it, appreciate it, but there's a phenomenal gift, because all of these, if all of us were to look at all the major events or phase of our lives, put them on a board, they may be unrelated, but each of them prepared you for the next one, for the next one, for the next, and that's how you accumulate your experiences. You become better, wiser in every aspect. So yes.
Totally.
Why am I rambling about? Oh, anyways, so to answer your question, yes, you're absolutely right. You know, talk about what lights you up. Talk about what build your business, your podcast about what makes your heart sing, what sets your soul on fire, because ultimately that's what's going to allow you to keep going. Because if you're trying to launch a podcast, or God forbid a business, but something you have no experience, no idea, sure, you can learn, but you will not be authentic. And the people that you're trying to reach, they will see that. And this is very important. We're going to go deeper into that tomorrow. You want to have to be, the more clarity you have, the more specific you are in your messaging and your offer and the pain point you're solving, the more magnetic your message will be. And the name of the game is clarity. So you can become magnetic and not just another background noise that the person is not going to even bother. So yes, talk about what sets you on fire in a good way. Just like you, racing or mechanic. I told you, Suzanne, you should, and you could start a podcast just teaching women how to, the basics of mechanics, how to fix a car, the basics. You would blow up in no time, because this is an incredible skill. You know,
Yeah,
for you,
you told me. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't mean to interrupt.
You grew up, you were born almost in a garage. So you understand
I was.
the aspect, nook and cranny of a car, mechanic, tools, and all that. I have no idea. I would be lost.
Yes.
So again, I would be, even though, for example, you could start a podcast and eventually build into a very profitable business around mechanics, the car, how to fix your car, your motorcycle, your bike, whatever.
Know-how, automotive
Yeah,
know-how, just so you don't feel like, for women, just so they don't feel, I've been writing down questions, right? Because you mentioned that too. It's the right question, and knowing what the right question to ask, right?
Oh,
It's like,
huge.
okay, huge, right? And so I've been writing those down, like coming from someone who wouldn't know, like who feels vulnerable. You know, it's really weird. Payman, I got a confirmation on this just yesterday. Here I am coming this 5-day podcast, right? And having this, you told me this would be a great one for me. And one of my friends called and said, oh my God, I don't know what to do. My Jeep won't go into reverse. You got to help me out. And now she's asking me to help her. Can she send me the quotes that she gets? And I already told her, get a couple quotes, things like that. But anyway, I'm like, well, that was a great confirmation, because I haven't had that for a while.
You know, you should definitely help your friend, but you should tell your friend, hey, I'd be glad to help you, but I want to turn that into a case study. In exchange, I want a glowing video testimonial. I'm not asking for money. I just want the testimonial. Just get 5 of 10 of those. You're golden.
Yeah. Golden. All right, cool.
I will have my coach on Thursday night. Some of you guys know him. He's an incredible true ninja. Some of you know it, Jay. I'm honored to have him on Thursday night. He's going to talk, Wednesday night, he's going to talk us about offer, and have an incredible offer. So good that people will be stupid to say no to. That's the one you want to be here tomorrow night, because he's going to cover all of that. And he's an incredible human being, and also powerful, the best coach I've met with. That's why I joined this program. It's not cheap, but is worth every single penny. So, and tomorrow night is going to come for us and give us a glimpse of his magic. So this is the one for you and for all of us. Very welcome. All right. Very welcome. Any more questions or comments about benefit of podcasting for you personally? Raise your hands. All right, let's move forward then. Now, we're all here to learn how we can monetize a podcast, make money through it, and this is what I'm gonna talk to you here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, podcasting allows you to attract and connect directly with the exact ideal audience, prospect, listeners, and clients. Because again, when someone listens to your podcast, it's because sure, they're interested in your topic, but number 2 and 3, they like you, they can relate with you, identify with you, and resonate with your message. That's very, very important. Number 2, because you're sharing your story, displaying your expertise, it allows your audience to really get to know you, not just as a businessman and businesswoman, but also, and most importantly, as a human being, because that's where the magic happens. If you can connect with someone heart to heart, man to man, woman to woman, that's when you will be compelled to do business with them. If you can't connect with them human to human, you will not do business with them. So this is very important. And again, piggyback on this, it allows you to build a very intimate connection with the audience, because again, when someone listens to your podcast after a few weeks, they will feel that they know you. I'm sure most of you guys listen to podcasts and you feel that you know the host. Raise your hand or comment, write down in the chat the name of your favorite podcaster other than me. Let's see. I'm curious to see what kind of podcast you guys are listening to. Give us a couple, guys. Oh, Brendan
Can
Bush,
you
Mel
include
Robbins.
yourself?
Outside of myself, of course. Well, you can add me. You can add me to make me feel good.
I mean,
Wow.
if I wanted to add myself, could I do that?
Absolutely. Of course. Dude. Cool. Oh, wow. Some great one. Oh, yeah. Mel Robbins, amazing. Brendan Burchard. Joe Rogan, my favorite. Jay Shetty, yes. Mel Robbins, yes. Metaphysical Podcast, yes. Club Shay Shay, yes. Kathy Heller. Oh, wow. I haven't heard about that. I'm gonna check her out. Oh, on purpose. Jay Shetty, Brendan Burchard. Beautiful. Oh, Eyeballing with Snow. Tell us more, brother. I want to know more about this podcast. The Vera Thomas Show. I'm gonna definitely checking this out. Don Miller.
Oh yeah, so this is part of my passion project we're launching here at Eyeballing. It's Eyeballing with Snow is 2 parts. First part is play locally, win globally. That's my give back to the world, give back to society, all those communities that's given me so much. We'll be updating the latest contest like we have going on right now is a around the world shooting contest. So we'll be updating events for a contest. And then the second portion of it is Eyeballing with Snow, where passion meets purpose. That's where I'll be interviewing passionate entrepreneurs like yourselves, business owners, and just giving them a platform on everything Payman taught me in his class to my group. So yeah, that's it. Eyeballing with Snow will be launching very soon.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Congratulations. Awesome.
I'm old school. I still have a little bit of a block where am I not hearing anything?
No, he's back now, I think.
Yeah, my connection.
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. All right, guys.
Okay.
Apologies for that. Yes, I heard you, brother. I love what you're doing, and I'm a big fan of yours. Oh, yes. Tuesday with Maori, a good friend of ours. Yes. I'm a big fan of Reclaim Your Life with Irina, especially the episode where she had this guy called Payman Lorenzo. No, just joking. So anyways, guys, the point is, thank you for sharing this. When you listen to your favorite podcast after a few weeks, you feel that you know this person, you see this person, even though you've never met them, as a friend. And this is very, very powerful because this is where the magic happens. This is what's going to compel you and your prospect to reach out to you and for you to reach out to them. I mean, to your favorite podcaster if you do it that way. So again, that's very powerful. And here's something incredibly powerful. I'm gonna expand much further on in a couple of slides from now. Your very best clients will be your podcast listeners. This is obvious, but I will expand on that in a moment. And of course, your podcast is going to be a phenomenal lead generation and most importantly, lead education machine, because you want to educate, again, your audience by sharing your story, displaying your expertise, so they can see you as the authority, as a leader, as an expert that you are in your field, in your niche, and your industry. So, and here's a big one. In today's age when everything is about content, again, your podcast is an amazing platform to create endless content. So let's say you, for example, my episode about an hour, and I repurpose that into shorts, highlights, reels, quotes, and so on and so forth. You do one podcast, for example, a week, you have content for 3 weeks or for a month, if you really want to do it that way. So again, you don't have to be glued to your computer all day trying to create 10 posts, reels, stories on Instagram. You can just take your episode and make highlights. And the good news is there are currently AI-driven software that are very inexpensive, like $15, $20 a month. You can the one I use is called opuspro.com.ai. Sorry, it's $20 a month. I just plug in the link to my episode, and it spits out for me 20-25 short clips with all the beautiful, that you see on Instagram, beautiful, captions and all that. You just plug in, you select the length of the short you want. You have 30 second, 45 second, 60 second, 90 second, and up to 3 minutes. And you just plug in the keywords that are relevant for you, and it spits it for you in a matter of a few minutes. So you just put it and forget it. I will share the link. I'm not an affiliate. I've been using it, $20 a month. Amazing. Or if you want to go big like Snow, and because Snow started after taking this program, he actually went and built his own studio. So you can hire people to do that, but you don't have to. You can just use this beautiful tool, $20 a month, and you're good to go. I'll share the link inside the Facebook group later today.
I don't recommend you guys go out and start your own studio. It costs too much.
Yes, but yeah, you're a baller, so it's a different story.
Painful.
Yeah, you're a baller. That's a different story, my friend. Okay, here's a very big one. What podcasting allows you to do by sharing your story, by displaying expertise, it elevates you and positions you in your field as the expert, the authority, the leader. And today's world of business being hyper competitive, the name of the game, we all heard the cheesy line in real estate that is location, location, location. Well, after living and doing business abroad for the past 15 years, I noticed something similar, and I call it the rule of the 3Ds. Differentiation, 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 meaning what me and you and every single business owner, whether you're an author, publisher, podcaster, even if you're selling hot dogs down the street, the question is, what do I need to do today to set myself apart, to elevate me from being seen as just another podcaster, another author, publisher, another hot dog seller, to being seen as the expert, the authority, the leader? And podcasting is the #1 way to do so. Snow, you're about to shoot to shoot some hoops?
No, I'm getting ready for this weekend's tournament, man.
Oh man, you're gonna jump, you're gonna dunk for us? I want to see that, Mr. Slam Dunk Champ. Oh, a 3-pointer, a sniper. Oh yeah, he still got game. Awesome. So yeah, so this is very powerful because, again, the ultimate goal for any business owner, entrepreneur, is to be seen and known and referred to as the expert, the authority, the leader. For example, let's say whenever the topic of mechanics come to mind, you want the first person, the name that comes to is Suzanne, for example. The first name that comes to, say, I don't know, let's say, whatever you're doing, you want to be your name to come to people's mind and tongue right away. And that's how podcasting allows you to achieve that, by consistently releasing podcasts, this providing incredible value, whether it's through your own experience or whether by inviting and interviewing other key experts in your field. That's what elevates you. So again, this is why podcast is incredibly important, because again, it sets you apart. And of course, another big one is podcasting is incredible for networking. Podcasting has become the new golf. Like before, especially before the pandemic, you wanted to network with someone. Oh, let's meet at the country club. Let's play a round of golf. Or let's do this or this. Let's go play tennis or whatever. Now it's, hey, come on my podcast. Let's hang out. You can't believe how many multi-billion-dollar businesses start as a result of two people connecting on the podcast. And a much more down-to-earth level for me, nowadays, I only do business with people I met and connected to my podcast. For example, my publisher, Mary Gooden, she was a guest on my podcast 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. Then I did a book with her as a contributor, and now she's my publisher. Same thing with every other areas. Like, for example, Jay, my amazing coach, he was a guest on my podcast. And then he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. I hired him. So again, it's incredible for networking. The fact that me and you and all of us, we connected. If it wasn't for this, the podcast, I would not know any of you because of podcasting. So again, that's really transformational. And of course, once you have your podcast, you put all of this together, your podcast, your platform, your movement. See it more than just a platform, more than a podcast. It's a movement. It's going to be your launching pad for much, much, much bigger things. For example, for me, it allowed me to get into publishing. Now I have 4 books. The fourth one, the second one of my books, and 4 in total is going to be launched on January 31st. Who knows? I'm just putting it out there. Maybe paid speaking engagements, radio, TV, and who knows? The sky is the limit. So again, podcasting is gonna, for business, is an incredible tool, because again, it opens up the world for you if you do it properly. And last but definitely not least, podcasting allows you to reduce the sales cycles of whatever you're selling, especially if you're selling a high ticket offer, because of all of the reasons I mentioned earlier. By building that trust, that connection, by allowing your audience to get to know you, by displaying your expertise, by elevating you as being seen and known and as the go-to person, the expert, the leader, the authority, as being able to connect at a much deeper level with your audience. All of that is going to make the sales cycle of your product or services much, much, much faster. Because again, when we buy high ticket or expensive things, we want to know the person, we want to get to know them. And because you have a podcast, people can go and listen to your podcast. So even better, invite them on your podcast to build that connection, to get, so to speak, your foot in the door. So for business, if done properly and when done properly, podcasting is an absolute game changer. So raise your hand if what I've mentioned so far makes sense for you. All right. Right. 1 is yes, makes sense. And 2, oh, you make so much sense that I can't wait to get my podcast. All right, cool. Let's see. Mariana raises her hand. Yes, Mariana, go ahead.
I've raised my hand. That was just it.
My bad. Okay, Drusilla as well. Okay. You can put your hand down now. That's fine.
Thank you. What you say makes a lot of sense. I just wanted you to elaborate on how it reduces the sales cycle. So how do you introduce yourself? Or is it through a question, or you just talk about the different programs people can access to?
For example, for me, it has allowed me to reduce the sales cycle because I can always refer people, hey, let's go on my YouTube channel, check my podcast, get to know me. they can always go and they have a collection of almost 300 episodes to get to know me, or even more so. I have two or three episodes where actually my guest interviewed me. For episode 100, people asked me, I asked them, who do you want me to interview for episode 100? They said, oh, we want to interview you. So I have a panel of 10 people from my podcast and friends that I met through podcasts that are interviewing me. And I did the same for episode 300. When I was in Kuala Lumpur with Snow and my good friend Mauricio, they interviewed me. So again, whenever someone wants to talk to me with business, I send them those episodes. Hey, go watch those. And you can use those videos. And this is one thing I teach inside my academy for episode 0. Make an episode about, say, about 5-10 minutes about you, introducing yourself, talking about yourself, your background, why you're starting a podcast, what is your purpose, what is this for? So, and you can use this video on your website, on your Calendly. You tell people, hey, before you book a call with me, just watch this so you can get to know me better. And when they get to talk to you, they already know we are. And also how it helps you to reduce the sales cycle again, especially if you're selling anything that's high ticket, by really allowing your audience to get to know you, to get to hear your story, by you displaying your expertise. Because if I were to cold call you and try to sell you, let's say, I don't know, whatever, coaching or mastermind, or even say old school way, door to door, TV or whatever, or security system, you would not buy it because you don't know me. But what if you've been listening to my podcast for, say, 6 weeks, 8 months, or whatever, then you already know me. It's going to be a much, much, much easier task for me to take you from being a listener to a client. Does that make sense, Drusilla?
If I can add
Absolutely.
one,
Thank you. Thank you.
if I can add one thing to that, Lorenzo, for
Please.
Drusilla, is that one thing I've been doing is I've been to those high network clients I've been targeting, I identify some of their pain points, and I kind of craft the question around getting them to identify those pain points in a conversation. And then before or after the call, I revisit that pain point and introduce what we could possibly do for them.
Exactly. Beautiful. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes. Mariana, you raised your hand. This time, did you raise your hand or are you just scratching?
I'm raising my hand. So,
Okay.
how different is this from YouTube in terms of reaching an audience and having people coming in a recurrent way?
You mean getting the right guest for your podcast?
No, having a podcast versus having a YouTube channel. What's the difference?
Well, the difference, without getting too technical, the podcast is audio and a YouTube channel is video. But because also some people, I would recommend you have both, because some people prefer to listen, other people prefer to watch. For example, I love watching the podcast when I love going on long walks. So I just download them from YouTube or from on my podcast app. I'm just listening to them when I'm on my walks, when I'm at the beach, or when I'm just working out or whatever, or cooking or whatever. So you want to give them an opportunity to consume your information, your content, the way that's most convenient for them. Again, some people prefer to listen, some people prefer to watch. I'm gonna go over that in tomorrow's class, and the differences and benefits of both. That's actually a great question. Does that answer your question, Mariana?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Any other questions, guys, before I move on? Let me check this chat. All right, cool. Awesome. So do you guys see the power of podcasting, especially not just for business, but most importantly for yourself? Is that becoming clear now? Put a yes if you do in the chat. Let's see. Okay. Thank you. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Now, for business and even personal, podcasting allows you to build a very deep connection with your audience, because again, as I mentioned earlier, it allows the person to get to know you by hearing your story, by you sharing your expertise. And when you build, and all of that allows you to build that trust, that rapport, that connection. When you do that, there's no need for you to sell, to pitch, to convince, or like to say in a funny and cheesy way, to seduce or kidnap someone to do business with them. It's a natural, automatic, organic progression. Hey, what do? I do X for Y. Hey, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Can you help me? Sure, let's set up a time to talk. This is how I've been doing business. And this is, for me, the best way to do business because, again, there's no pressure. Nobody likes to be sold, but everybody wants to be led, shown the way. And by doing this, this is the best way to do it, the most organic, natural way. I call it the universe's way or God's way to do business because it's for me to win, you don't have to lose. I win, you win, he wins, she wins, we all win together. All right. Here's a powerful quote by one of my favorite marketers online, Russell Brunson. I'm a big fan of ClickFunnels. All my websites have been built on ClickFunnels for the past, I don't know, 6-7 years. I'm a big fan, big ClickFunnels fanboy. So love that. And I make it public. I'm going for my 2 Comma Club in the next 12 to 18 months. So and I will get it. So yeah, so here's a powerful quote. It said, music and radio listeners make on average $60,000 a year, while podcast listeners make on average $120,000 a year. Can anyone guess why that is? Write it in the, and raise your hand or put it in the chat. Actually, do both. I want to hear a couple of you guys' answer. Did you raise your hand? Okay, Mariana, go ahead.
Because it's a chat, it's not a music. It's not music.
That's a good one. Yes, you're on the right track. Anyone else? Anyone else? Once, twice? Oh, let me check the chat. Okay, DG, I will go. That's a great question. I'm noting this. I'm gonna go over that tomorrow. All right, brother. I'm making note of that. Yes, Rosemary, go ahead.
Oh, I'm on audio. Okay. The difference would be because on a podcast, you can make a personal connection because you're having that one-to-one with them, even though they are, it's like a one-to-one. Whereas a radio station, music, it's news and music and ads. And a podcast, you're giving information. So
That's
it's more
great.
personal.
Yes, perfect. Any other person want to give their feedback?
I think because it's available when you want to use it, so it's always there. Whereas on music and radio, it's just in that moment, whatever's on. So you
Beautiful.
can choose when you want to listen to it.
Beautiful. That's very true. Drusella.
I think it's also because we have many experts and you bring the best of the best and people can learn from a variety of like celebrities or people with a lot of knowledge.
Love that. Love that. Thank you. Great. Absolutely makes sense. Amir, the slide slayer, the slide doctor, sorry.
Yeah, podcasts are typically discussions between a variety of people, right? So you're having a discussion you're listening to a discussion of people who may or may not agree with each other. And so different points of view are put on the table, hashed and rehashed. And sometimes there's debate, sometimes there's arguments. But I think in general, if you listen to just music or just regular radio, you don't really learn anything. So I'm thinking that podcast listeners open their minds up by listening to these different discussions, and they become smarter. They learn how to open their mind and earn more.
Absolutely. These are all powerful reasons. They're all absolutely correct. But I will share with you what Russell himself and his team, because they spent a lot of money doing research on that. And what they said is because podcast listeners are people who understand and believe in self investment in themselves and learning, and they're much more willing to invest in coaching program and growing. And these are the type of people that you want to connect because they have proven from the past behavior that are willing, able, and ready to invest in bettering themselves. Sure, the person that listens to the music and radio on the drive to work or whatever, sure, they're interested. But a podcast listener is much, much more likely because they've already done that in the past. That's not me saying it. That's Russell Brunson and his billion-dollar team of researchers and company behind it. But again, every answer you guys give is absolutely true as well. Makes perfect sense. But again, this is something that I want you to understand, because you will be attracting a different caliber of people who listen to your podcast, people that understand the power and the need to self-educate, to self-invest. These are the people that you want, and people that are able to invest in you. One of the most painful lessons I learned in business when I first started my business is you want to target people, yes, that need your program, but also they're able to pay you. That's very key. Sure, we all love to be, billionaires and work for free, but we need to make money. So make money in a way that's meaningful, impactful, and purposeful. So that's important. Jaime, brother, yes, you raised your hand.
Yes, I did. And I agree with you and everyone that's giving their feedback, because as podcast that I got interviewed with Mauricio, I noticed the people that were watching it or listening, I noticed that there were some people from the film industry, television, and actors. They were listening to what I was saying about lucid dreaming and astral projection. So I sent them a DM, a message, thanking them for showing up and supporting me. And then they actually wrote me back and say they enjoy it and they like it and they loved it. So you don't know who is listening, and these people are interested in a podcast and the topics. So I totally agree with what you're saying, because I noticed that.
I'll tell you what's interesting is that I was listening on that podcast, and I can't believe that there's a possibility that one can leverage one's dreams. You hear me, guys? I've learned yesterday on that podcast that you can leverage your dreams. Wow.
Yeah, that is correct.
Jaime, can I ask you a favor? Please send me the link to that talk because I missed it. I was busy. I would love to listen to it later today. Okay?
Yeah, I posted on the group already.
Oh, okay. Just tag me. Which group?
I posted there in your hours, the podcast.
Okay.
I shared it already.
All right. I will look for it, but if I just please tag me on it and I will watch it today. Okay, brother?
Can
Thank
you
you.
re-put it in?
Sure.
Can you put it in again? Because I didn't get all, because I came in late.
Yeah, share it here
I
in
did.
the chat group, please. The link.
I will.
Share it now in
Thank
the
I will
chat.
also I will also post some pictures of the people that were watching from the TV and the film and all that stuff. I took pictures of it in the comments that were
Wow.
posting while the show was going. So I know that they're watching. They're watching
Awesome.
us.
Wow, beautiful. Absolutely. So this is key, because even when you're starting, it can be very disheartening and discouraging because you have nobody listening to you, watching you, but people are watching you from the sidelines. 2 years ago, I get a message, a DM. I kid you not, from Dr. Joe Dispenza on Instagram, because I comment. I've been, I love his content. I commented a few times, and he just commented back. And my Instagram, for those who follow me, I have what, 600 people, and most of it just friends. I'm not on Instagram, but to get someone like this, and he mentioned that if I can find his message, I will post it. He said, "Love what you're doing. Keep it up." That was a sign from the universe for me to keep going, to re-emphasize for me that, hey, even though my channel is small, but you never know who's watching it, in silence. I'm not saying I'm working with them yet, but just to give an idea, you never know who's watching. Just like what you mentioned, Jaime, and your message, all this big time, people from the film industry, people are watching. The universe is watching. Definitely.
Yes, I always say that the universe is watching. So do your, go out there and become visible, because you don't know who's watching. The universe is always watching. And only that, but also it was a guy from NBC that made a comment. He said, "Love it." And I looked it up as who's this guy, and then it's from NBC. And I was like, okay, all right, sounds great to me. So yeah.
Exactly. Let me quickly catch up with messages here. Different types of audience. Yes, Dale. Okay, podcast is believe in yes, beautiful. Yeah, way to go. Yes, Shay, beautiful. Yes, Joe Dispenza is amazing. Go. Yes. Let me catch up from before. It opens your mind. Yes, Amir, Grace, more engaging. Absolutely. Different point of views. Absolutely. More engaging. Personal connection, podcast entertainment. Yes, to all of it. Different types of audience. Radio is mass level, mostly implementers. Podcast audience is mostly higher level of optimizers. Beautiful. Hey, Dale, brother, can I borrow that and put that on my website? That's beautiful, Dale. You answer in the chat.
Yeah, of course, man. There's no copywriting on anything here. I'll find out. I actually saw that or thought about that from something else. So I'll try to find the original birthday cake diagram about that.
Beautiful. Hey, Jaime, speaking of movie industry, you need to connect with this brother right here. Dale is an actual professional actor.
Okay. Awesome.
He can
Will
give you
do.
some tips and all that.
Sounds great. Nice to meet you, Dale.
You guys need to connect. All right, awesome. Cool. Let's move forward. Okay. Now, as I mentioned earlier, your podcast listeners will be some of your best clients because of that connection, the rapport and trust. Let's say you go to, for example, you go up to someone, let's say a girl you just met, you say, hey, let's get married. She will laugh off at you. But if you've known her for 2-3 years, she was much more likely to say yes. Same thing with this podcast. When someone listens to your podcast, they get to know you, get to see that, hey, you're actually competent, you can do what you're doing. You've been displaying your expertise for a long time on your podcast. They heard your success stories, testimonials, and so on and so forth. Guess what? They will be much more likely to say yes to your offer. That's another wonderful benefits for your business of podcasting, because again, it reduces the sales cycle of what you're selling, especially if it's high ticket. It really allows your audience to really get to know you, because again, business happens at the heart level. We all do business with people relate, like, and trust. Let's say, for example, you're looking for an accountant, a doctor, or just a mechanic, or a baker. Sure, they all qualify, they all have all the degrees and all that. But the one me and you will do business with is the one we connect the most as a person, human to human, man to man, woman to woman, and so on and so forth. And your podcast is going to allow you to further do that. And that's why your podcast listeners will be some of your very best clients. That's something I cannot emphasize enough. This is the true power. If you put everything together, this is how it's going to really change your business. Because again, it's all about that trust, that rapport, that connection. Does it make sense, guys? All right. So congratulations, we just completed day 2. Any questions so far? Raise your hand if you found this, if you learned something that you didn't know about podcasting today. Put a 1. Beautiful. Okay, reference to concept by Myron Golden, 4 levels of adding value. Love that. Absolutely, Dale. Thank you very much. Wonderful information. We're not done yet. All right, cool. Beautiful. Thank you. Now, let me tell you about a sneak peek about Rosemary. Yes, what do you have to say, my friend?
Sorry, just a quick question.
Sure.
How long are the recordings going to be available?
Absolutely. For you, it's evening. For me, it's start of my day is 9:20 a.m. here. I'll get to it. I'll post it in an hour or two, and not only inside the Facebook group, but also inside the website I created. I will make sure you're on the Facebook group, because that's where I will be posting the links and updates and all that. I will tag all of you. Oh, something happened weird this last night. I was trying to tag everyone about the link for today, and then when I tried to send the message on Facebook, post it, I get a warning saying there's a security issue. We need to, if you agree this is not a security issue, please contact community support. Has anyone get that kind of message before you're trying to tag people in your community on Facebook? I wasn't trying to spam people, it was just the people in my group.
I have gotten it when I try to tag many people,
Ah.
it gets me the security thing.
Okay, does anyone know what is the limit of how many people you can tag before you see this warning?
Yeah, I think it's about 50.
Well, I
I
was,
think
I
it's
was
50 people.
okay. I think
Or
I was
it might be, it might be 25, but what you can do is do some and then take a break for like an hour,
Oh, okay.
2
Yeah.
hours, whatever, and then go back. But there are other people that have like double pages, which I don't know
Ah.
that makes sense, but
Mm,
some people said if they need to get a big amount out at one
okay.
time, they
Yeah,
will
yeah,
send it from different sources.
Payment.
But it could be 25 or 50.
okay.
Facebook would like you to use at everyone. That's why there's no need to do
Okay.
that. We just add at everyone.
I
They're
did
trying
that.
to push. That's why you're getting that, because they prefer that you use at everyone.
I did that, but then it says just under that, it said some people, what is it? Some people may see it, some people may not see it. So this is why I want to make sure nobody misses that. But I was tagging about, yes, you're right. Shay was tagging about maybe 45 people, everybody inside the group. So, all right,
Some
good to
people
know.
have restrictions if they don't want to be tagged, and you'll get that warning as well.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again, Irina.
People have restrictions so
Oh.
nobody can tag them. And
So
I
is
got that a few times as well.
Is this why some people when you tag them, their name is in dark, some people is just lighter?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
For example, Snow, your name is lighter. I don't know why.
Because I'm light skinned.
Ah, okay, brother. All right.
Yeah, Facebook always wants you to try
Don't accept that, man. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm
bro.
not accepting.
know.
I know you better, brother.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, when I tried to tag you on Facebook last night, some people were in bold. Your name was in dark, but not bolded.
I am IT illiterate still, even though I'm running the podcast. I still don't know IT, so I'm out. Don't ask me this question. I don't know.
All right. Thank you.
It's making my head spin.
All right. Yes. Mine too. Rosemary. Yes.
Okay, so my question originally was, the recordings are on the Facebook.
Yes.
How long are they available on there?
Oh,
Forever?
absolutely.
As long as we have a Facebook.
On the
Okay,
Facebook group.
That's all I
and-
wanted to know.
On the Facebook group as well as on the website, I created specific for that. Actually, on the website is going to be better because it's so much easier for you guys to find it. They might get lost in the sea of messages on the Facebook. So I'll send you guys the link to both of them, and I will even message you directly with the links. So awesome. So
Okay.
And
let's.
so the
We can
recordings,
see it at any time.
Sorry,
those recordings are,
say that again, Dale.
yeah, are those recordings available indefinitely or like
Oh,
just for a
yes.
limited time?
No, I will keep them there for as long as you guys want and need. So yes.
Payment
Thanks.
question.
Yes.
Are you talking about putting them on the Facebook page? Because I know that some people archive them in like pinned post, which is in the
Yes.
banner.
I did that
Is that what you're
before.
talking about?
Yes, I did that before, but it was kind of messy. So that's why I created a specific website just for the content. And I will share I've already posted inside the group. I will post it again and I will tag all of you. Hopefully this time I don't get the warning from Facebook.
I'm living vicariously through you because I know none of this. So I'm watching what you do. And when you
Okay.
figure it out, then I'll jump on.
Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Let me quickly check the chat to see I'm not missing anything. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jaime. Appreciate it, brother. So sneak peek into tomorrow's content. Tomorrow's going to be even more action-packed. Tomorrow we're going to get into the real meat and potato. So far we looked at why podcasting is so transformational, life-changing and all that. Tomorrow we're going to look into, and actually we're going to do launching your podcast in 3 easy ways. That's going to be exciting. And we're going to also do some brainstorming as to what is your podcast about, what is your zone of genius. We're going to go start looking into what is your ideal client avatar. We'll need that for Thursday because Thursday I'm going to be bringing you a superstar and he's going to help us take that foundation and take it to the next level to give you even more clarity so you can build an incredible laser clear, laser focused offer with my coach Jay. So we're going to do that tomorrow. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Again, I'm going to show you how to launch a podcast in 3 easy steps. We're going to brainstorm as to what is your podcast about, what is your zone of genius, and who's your ideal client avatar. So it's going to be a good one. Wait, there's another one. Let me check. Oh, yeah. So we're going to do that tomorrow, same time, same place. Super excited. I'll post a replay about an hour from now inside both the Facebook group and the website. You will have the slides as well. So any question, post them. And yeah, so that's, let's see, anything else, any more slides? That's pretty much it for today. Any question, any comments, any suggestion, any compliments? You're all welcome, especially the compliments.
Are you planning to talk about the names, the titles of the podcast, or I can ask a question about it?
You can ask a question about that tomorrow. There's so many
Okay.
other things we can talk about. If I were to cover every single aspect of a podcast, this would be a 30-day challenge, not a 5-day challenge. But I would be happy to go over that briefly with you guys tomorrow, time permitting. All right. Any last minute question or words of wisdom or anything?
Yep. Always.
Very well.
Again, amazing job you did.
Thank you.
You gave me a lot of clarity. I'm becoming more comfortable with this. And I love the whole concept of podcast because I've presented things to people this way. Pay attention in school because that's where you get attention. Undivided, you have a teacher who's leading. You go to college, you get attention. Less, but you still get attention.
Yes.
When you become an adult and you graduate, you're on your own. So what I love about podcasting is it's a consolidated format to get information that someone else has taken their time, almost like a professor, to bring to you. And it's just fine tunes a way to get information that supports what you're trying to do in that stage of your life. So it's like an education, and you're a beautiful facilitator. You come, you make it easy. It's clear. Again, I'm comfortable in moving forward in this in a territory I've never been in before. And I thank you for simplifying it. That's the whole mantra of everything I do: simple health and empowerment. If things are reduced down to its simple form, it's not scary. So you're helping take the confusion out of it, the fog out of it, and make it very clear for us to follow you and to see how this is going to work for us and our audiences, how we can impact the world in a positive way through gentle education. So I thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for the kind words. Really mean the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's my pleasure, my honor. And yes, you're right. Simplification, name of the game. I actually heard a very wise African proverb which says, how do you eat an elephant? None of us has a mouth big enough to eat an elephant. One bite at a time.
Yes.
One bite at a time. Same thing here.
Absolutely.
One bite at a time. So
I'm chewing.
absolutely. All right. Oh, and something exciting announcement from tomorrow on. We'll have some goodies for you guys. We will have some prizes, some scholarships, some fun thing that we'll introduce tomorrow. For those of you, so make sure you attend every day, and especially at the end tomorrow. We'll have some amazing announcements, some gifts, some prizes, some scholarships, and so on and so forth. That's going to be very, very, very exciting. So yeah. Thank you very much for being here tonight, making time in your busy schedule on this Tuesday evening or Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday morning, whatever time it is for you guys. Thank you. Really appreciate it. I'm honored. I'm grateful to be able in a position to serve you, to assist you, to make you shine brighter than you're already shining. That's what I'm here for. So thank you. I salute you. You all true leaders with a heart. Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world, your presence, your impact, your gifts. You've been blessed, all of you, with phenomenal gifts. Each of you are a gift. Keep it up, and I'll see you tomorrow night. If you have no more questions, if you have any question, bring them on. I'll stay for as long as you guys want me and need me. If not, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and keep an eye on the Facebook group.
Hey, it's a pleasure
Thank
to
you,
spend my
Payman.
Tuesday night with
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you
Payman.
This is
very
where it's
much.
at.
Thank you,
This
Payman.
is where it's at.
Here,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Good night, everyone.
Very welcome.
Thank you,
Good night,
Payman.
everybody.
Take
Good
care.
night, John Boy.
Appreciate it.
You.
Bye.
Take care.
How do I
Bye.
access the links for your Facebook page
Oh,
and all that?
I'll do it right now. Vera, first of all, let me see if we're connected on Facebook. Don't hang up. Let me go on Facebook right now. Vera, let me check. Vera Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, let's see. They're not videos, but here.
Yeah,
Thomas. Okay. I found you. I sent you a friend request. Please accept it. And once you do that, I'll add you in the group. And then we connected.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
And very welcome. I'll also send you the link to if you can kindly register on the website. So I get all the information for the website and all that. It takes you 5 seconds and you'll get access to all the videos in a very neat place. The video, the content. Snow, you're distracting me. You're teasing me. I want to jump right and get on a flight to Kuala Lumpur and play ball with you right now.
Yeah, stay up. Don't.
Let's all
Okay.
go.
Thank you.
Okay.
So everything after I respond to your requests.
Yes, we'll connect. I'll
Okay.
add you in the Facebook group. I'll send you the link to the website so you can register and get access to every day the content in a very easy way to find. You get each day a separate page. We have the video and the slides and the link to the next day's content. So you can go back to watch yesterday's amazing video yesterday, amazing call we had yesterday. We had about the same amount of people, 30 people, each person introduce themselves. Make sure you watch this so you can really get to know. Again, the
Okay.
goal.
When did this challenge start? Yesterday?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, one of the best.
You're in it now. You're in it now, sweetheart. You in it now.
But she is. She will watch the replay. And one of the most amazing benefits of any event, any challenge is the people you meet, the connections you make. So go watch that. Introduce yourself in the Facebook group once you're in. So number one, accept my friend request and I'll add you right away inside the group. Make a quick post introducing yourself and you will be warmly welcomed by everyone.
Okay. It needs to be a video welcome.
No, not a video, not a video. You can do a video with you singing and dancing and send it to us.
No.
I'm joking. Just a quick short paragraph in the groups, introducing yourself, your name, where you're from, what do you do, what do you expect from this program, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Oh,
thank you.
You have a podcast, so share the link to your podcast. We will all subscribe to your podcast and
Oh, awesome. Okay.
give it a
That's
5-star
great.
review. Okay.
All
Shameless
right,
plug.
thank you. Mary, I have to ask, Mariana, it looks like you're laying on top of a body. I mean,
She's capable of doing that. Don't give her ideas.
Shoulders.
Don't give her ideas. She's capable of doing that. Right, Mariana?
Sorry. I mean, I saw that. I was like, what is this? Like, so
Yeah,
funny.
this is the best cushion ever, like.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine.
She used to have
but
one of
it
those, very
was,
comfortable.
the
Yes.
way it looked was really funny.
Actually, what she has behind her, we used to have one. It's the best thing ever. Get one. The thing
Yes.
behind, like this kind of shape.
Yeah,
Body
it just
pillow?
looked like that was a man's suit.
I love that.
Oh, yeah. Sarah, you're on
Too
fire,
funny.
my friend.
Hi, sorry about that. All
I
right,
remember that every time
all right. You guys have a good evening.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you, everybody.
All
Take
right,
care.
thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Good night, everybody. God bless.
Take care.
Lorenzo, stay. Lorenzo, stay.
All right, brother.
Hey, Snow, question.
Let me stop the recording.
Yes.
How do I stop the recording?
Is that your given name or is that a nickname? Because I noticed it says Snow, so I was just wondering.
Oh, Snow was my nickname, call sign in the Air Force. I served 24 years in the Air Force, so Snow was my call sign, nickname, call sign. And my mother named me Marcus, but nobody calls me Marcus. Everyone around the world calls me only Snow.
Okay, good to know. And thank you for your service, sir. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Salute you.
Thank you.
Hey, Payman, you said you get in touch with people from your podcast. Is it because people actually DM you and then you talk to them? Because something I've noticed that is very funny is people like, oh, let's do a Calendly or something. I don't know you. I would like to talk to you. And I'm just like, wow, that's so different.
I
You're
will
talking
cover
to
that. I will cover that on Friday. So don't try to bribe unless you bribe me. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. We'll do that on Friday. But number one is be very specific as who's your ideal avatar. We're gonna do that tomorrow. And number two, find out where they hang out and just invite them. I use one of the most powerful principles of business and life, and that is never put yourself in a position to ask, beg, or chase. Instead, invite. When you invite, you turn the table. I'm going to go over that in more details on Friday. So you're in the right place.
Thank you.
So, yeah, let me just stop